Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of ages. This is the dear UG here, and it's time for me to discuss how I feel about the Plus games for December. But before we do that, don't forget tonight is the NFL Pick Show, week number 13. Then, of course, after that, we will finally be getting back to more Madden videos as I do the game against the Atlanta Falcons. And, of course, don't forget during the Atlanta Falcons matchup, I will be giving away some HD movie codes. All you have to do is leave a comment, and the first code will be given out at the end of the second quarter. But anyway, let's get to the games for next month. And the first one is Godfall Challenger Edition, but it's a little bit of a caveat, more or less. Now, that one is on PS4 and PS5, but yeah, Challenger's Edition Endgame Co-op is compatible with upgrade elements of Godfall and supports cross-gen play. Godfall Challenge Edition players can upgrade at any time to the Deluxe Edition, getting access to both Godfall and Fire and Darkness campaigns. In better words, how can I say this? Because it only focuses on 3 unique modes: Lightbringer, Gemstones, and the Ascent Tower of Trials. It's not the original full game of Godfall, so it's pretty much, if you want to play the Godfall, the one that came out, you're going to have to buy it. So that's kind of disappointing. I have Godfall still. I haven't even put it in yet because I have a backlog of PS5 games, #backlogness. So there's that. Kind of mixed about it. I think it's kind of BS that that's how they're doing this one, but it is what it is. I don't see a lot of people downloading that one. So that's going to be a fail. Unless, of course, you already have Godfall, and then, well, it'd be a positive. So it depends really on the situation if you already have Godfall or not. As far as for the other two, this one I get to talk about a lot because I did platinum this game earlier this year. Lego DC Supervillains. And of course, it's good to be bad. This one you pretty much get to play as the villains because the Justice League has disappeared, and you are the only things left who can save the Earth from the evil that awaits. Okay, the Injustice League. Da, da, da. So you pretty much be being Batman and all that. Well, not Batman. You'll be being Joker, Harley Quinn, and all that as you create your own supervillain. It's a fun game. I have all the DLC as well, so you can get a lot of trophies on that game if you're a trophy hunter. Probably one of the best Lego games that I've ever played. Probably my personal favorite. And it's got a great voice acting cast as well. Definitely recommend people to check that out. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's a kiddie game. Nothing wrong with a kid's game. And sometimes you want to play a fun, easy kids game, to get your mind off a lot of games that take a lot of hours, particularly with the last one, Mortal Shell, which is a ruthless and deep single-player action RPG that tests your sanity and resistance in a shattered world. In better words, if you love Dark Souls, you'll love that game. If you hate Dark Souls, you will hate Mortal Shell. So, how does that mean I feel about the game this month? Well, I'm disappointed in the fact of what Godfall is doing. And I already had Lego DC Villains, but it comes highly strongly recommended for me. And Mortal Shell, because I'm not the biggest at Dark Souls. I'm sure a lot of people are probably not going to like my grade for this, but I am giving it a C+ overall. Only because Mortal Shell I do not own. I'll probably add it to the library. And because of how good Lego DC Villains is, I already have it, I am going to leave it as a C+. The Godfall thing really is disappointing. But it's almost getting near Christmas anyway, so I'm not surprised about these games because it's probably games either a lot of people didn't have on the radar to start with, or maybe they own, and probably out of the 3, the one that's owned the most is probably Mortal Shell from the hardcore player fan base. The ones with families probably have Lego. So everything's going to be hunky-dory and good. Anyway, let me know what you think of the Plus games. Don't forget tonight it is the picks and then the matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. Until then, everyone have a good night, be safe, and enjoy your Christmas coming up.